Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. It's brick outside. It's like ice box where my heart used to be. Listen, man, happy Martin Luther King Day to everybody. I hope everybody enjoying their day off. You know what I'm saying? I want to give it, I want to congratulate the San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs for making it to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be a real good game. It's like the first time in a long time with a Super Bowl basically entailed the two teams that everybody knew was going to be there. You know what I mean? I felt like these two teams were leading the pack in their respective conferences all year long, and it just came to fruition, man, in the big game. So it's going to be a good game. Andy got a lot riding on this. Kyle Shanahan, I'm sure he want to get it done. I think it's going to be a great game, man. Jimmy Garoppolo, man, it's a bunch of storylines with this, man. Patrick Mahomes will be able to solidify this major contract that's coming up for him shortly. Andy Reid will get his first one. Jimmy Garoppolo gets to basically stick it to the Patriots if he can come out and win a Super Bowl, proving that he was the guy all along. But I don't know, man. After watching the game, I feel like the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win a Super Bowl because, I haven't seen nobody in the playoffs force Jimmy Garoppolo to throw the ball yet. He threw the ball 6 times yesterday. They were able to run the ball. Well, this team could stop the run, the Chiefs. They stopped Derrick Henry. You know what I mean? So I think Jimmy G going to have to make some plays with his arm if he's going to want to win this big game, because Andy Reid is going to try to put up 50 points. Andy Reid is going to try to go for broke in this game, man. It's probably his last chance that he got to be able to get it done. And a lot of people in the Philadelphia area pulling for Andy. After thinking about it, I know I initially said I wasn't pulling for Andy, but I'm pulling for Andy. I want Andy to do good. I want Andy to go out there and get it done, because if Andy get it done, Shady McCoy gets one. It's just a lot of stuff that goes into that, man. Wisniewski gets another one. You know what I mean? If Andy get it done, man, it's a trickle-down effect, man. Travis Kelce, he gets one, therefore Jason Kelce is happy. You know what I mean? It's just a lot, man. A lot of people, Deshaun Jackson, a lot of people are happy that Andy Reid is in this position. So, I'm rooting for Andy Reid, man. Andy Reid did a lot for the organization, man. Even after he went over to the Kansas City Chiefs, he pushed those guys to go out there and be able to, say, listen, Doug Peterson is your guy. You know what I mean? He talked Nick Foles out of retiring. So, in short, Andy Reid had his hands in our Super Bowl as well, even though he wasn't the head coach. Jeffrey Lurie, I guess, had a good enough working relationship with Andy to take some of Andy's advice, and it paid off for us in the long run. We got ours, so Andy could get his. That's just how it look like the book gonna be written, man. But we already know about the coaching debacles that the Philadelphia Eagles are going through. I'm not going to keep talking about that. There's so many scenarios going on around right now about what we should do with some of our free agents and what we should do with some of the guys that's coming back. The second part of this video is going to tell you guys a lot about my thought process. This is a really, really deep draft as far as wide receiver talent goes. A really, really deep draft. And also, it's a lot of wide receivers on the available free agency list this upcoming season. Not so much for the cornerbacks, though. There's not a lot of good game-changing cornerbacks that's going to be available for us to pick through with our almost $50 million in cap space. I believe the Philadelphia Eagles are in a unique situation, a situation to where they could probably take a cornerback first. Who knows? But I'll let you guys see what I mean when we get to the meat and potatoes of this video.
Garantano tried to get there, and the ball comes out. Trevon Diggs running down the sideline. Trevon Diggs, nobody's going to catch him. There are no flags. This will be a 100-yard scoop and score for Alabama.
I like Trevon Diggs. I'm not going to lie to you. I really like this kid, man. He can tackle. He can do so many things that none of our cornerbacks can do. He's willing to put his body on the line. He's willing to tackle. We got cornerbacks that's not willing to do that. He can catch the ball. He knows exactly which way to go after he catch the ball. There's no confusion there. He's trying to score. The kid looked like he's trying to be great, man. You know what I mean? And you need somebody with all these attributes, man. This guy, I think, is a star. Not a lot of people are talking about cornerbacks in our organization conversation. Everybody's talking about the offensive side of the ball, but this looks like a one-of-a-kind player, man. 6'2", I think, 200 pounds. A guy that I think that can get some things done for the Philadelphia Eagles, and I think that we need to be looking at this guy because we're so deep in the wide receiver. We're so deep into wanting a wide receiver so bad, we're really not looking at how many wide receivers are available. And it's a lot of them, man. But cornerbacks that can do the things that this guy can do right here out of Alabama, it's not a lot of guys that's like this guy still in the draft. I think the Philadelphia Eagles may need to rethink this process. If I'm in a draft room, I'm looking at it like this. Listen, man, a lot of these wide receivers are going to slide down. A lot of these guys are going to be available by the second round. It always happens like that. But there's not going to be a lot of cornerbacks to go around next year. And you're looking to already cut bait with Ronald Darby. Look at the list of upcoming free agent cornerbacks. It's not a lot of things to pick from. Chris Harris, I mean, who are some of these guys? Eli Apple is one of your top. Come on. It's not a lot of things to pick from. So I think you got to consider drafting a cornerback first. It's a lot of wide receiver free agents that's going to be available, from your AJ Greens to your Roby Andersons. It's a lot of those guys. Even if you wanted to throw money at Amari Cooper or Randall Cobb, those guys are going to be available. I think Trevon Austin is even available. You got some choices, man. You got decisions. You know what I mean? And the Philadelphia Eagles really have to look at this really hard.